Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your Flagstaff 529 MBS fifth wheel. You guys have picked a beauty. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. First and foremost, things I want you to take into consideration are your slides. You got a slide on the rear of your campsite, and your bedroom slide, and other slides on your off campsite. So make sure you got plenty of room for those to come out, nothing to hinder them from going in or out, preferably nothing hanging directly over top of them. Also want you to consider where your water, which is going to be on your off camp side toward the front or your driver's side, and power hookups are. Power is all the way at the rear on your off camp side. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, you unhook your hitch. Hitchman will go over all that with you. Up front here, you do have a docking light. Another one over there. These are your landing leg controls. This will raise or lower your landing legs. Once you've got unit all off, go ahead and use them landing legs to get unit level. Now, I recommend putting a sticker level on here somewhere, maybe on your off camp side in between the slides, so someone can look at, get your unit level. Once you've got it level, you can go ahead and put down your power stabilizing jacks. All the way on your campsite, offside, rear, extend. I highly recommend getting jack pads for these. They're going to better distribute the weight, keep dirt, debris, hot blacktop, and all that off from your stabilizing jacks, off the feet. I just want to show you how to run these down just until you're taut. Remember, these are stabilizing jacks. You've already got your unit level. Once you've got your unit level and stabilized, we can go ahead and hook up your power. Your power cord will hook up back here, 50 amp service. Show you how these Inferion cords hook up. You're going to turn it to the left here a little bit, push it in, turn it to the right to lock it, and then turn your gray washer on there. At the end of your 50 amp service, should you need to plug into 30, you have a dog bone to go from 50 to 30, and if you need 30 to 110. So you can cover all power supplies. Got your power hooked up. Let's go ahead and hook our water up. Coming up here is your control panel. You do have a light up here. Here in your docking station, directions are right there. Pretty simple for you. Pay attention, right in the middle, city water. You're hooking up to a campsite, you're going to use city water. Turn your white down, your green to the left, your red up, your blue to the left. We're all hooked up for city water. It matches. First and foremost, before you hook up your hose to your city water pressure regulator. You're going to want to use this water pressure regulator when putting fluid into your trailer. It's going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines inside your unit. Hook that up, hook your hose up, but don't turn it on yet. Let's go find your hot water heater. Coming around the campsite of your unit is your access panel to your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, returning our rod and closing our drain. So put that back in nice and snug and tight, then you can turn on your hose. Once your hose has been on for a little while, you can go ahead and pull on this pressure release valve. It's going to release air out of the lines, just a couple of little burps. Eventually you have a nice little steady flow of water. Once that's full, you know that your hot water heater is full and you can light it from indoors. Now there is an on-off switch down here. Keep it off unless you plugged into 110. That's the only time you ever want to turn that to on. Up here is a reset. If your hot water heater doesn't seem to be working, come out here and see if there's a bubble sticking up. If it is, just press it back in to reset it. Further instructions here. Once you've got your water hooked up in city water, you can go ahead and light that from indoors. Now if you're camping and you're gonna go dry camping and use potable water, the potable water connection is just to the left or to the right of your docking station. Open this up, non-pressurized water, so just fill that with a hose. Do the same thing on your hot water heater. Pull on the pressure release valve and let the air out of the lines and get it full. However, when using potable water is when you're going to want to use your water pump. Don't use your water pump when using city water, it's already pressurized. Of course, your dry camping, you'll set it like this. You're just changing your green from city to up for dry camping. Also in your control panel here, seeing we have our water and our electricity hooked up, I'll walk you around the rest of the unit. Here's your black tank flush, which we'll use when dumping in black tanks. Here's a nice spray port hose. Outdoor shower, cable and satellite hooked up. Water pump. Water filter. Of course you see it's pink because it's winterized at the moment. Here's a little access to go ahead and run your hose down through underneath the unit so you can close this door. This is a furnace heat release. That'll get rather warm if you run your furnace, so steer clear of that. There's a docking light here. One thing I want to mention on your slides, these are called wipers. They do have a wiper fluid that they sell in our store. Keeps them viable. That's the main thing to longevity in the life of these wipers, is keep them lubricated with some of that wiper fluid. Down below this is your sewage and your front gray tank. There's your fresh water drain. Access to the back of your fridge. This is a vent for your microwave. And here's your second gray tank. Your cargo carrying. Ladder to go up and check your seams, caulk as needed. Hit them about twice a year and take a good look at them. Fuel and backup camera. Should you decide to purchase one from our store, we have a device that sits on the dash of your tow vehicle, giving you a backup camera on this unit. More storage here. Again, your power stabilizing jacks, antenna, outdoor speakers, some storage out here. The TST system, I'll send you a separate video explaining how to hook that up that comes with your all Flagstaff products. Your big awning, we'll run that out, show you how far to run that out. The light, this is a holder for your manual override for your slides. 110 cable and a little lip table. If you want to hook the TV up out here, you can mount it up here. Your pass-through storage. There are all your hand cranks. Here's your propane. Lefty loosey to open up, of course you know. Up front here, I want to mention your battery disconnect. This is going to come in important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide detector. What that does is shuts off the battery power to the whole unit. Solar on the side, you can hook up a solar panel here and it'll trickle charge your batteries. And that about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look on the inside. The first thing I want to mention as we come in the unit, make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is by the entry doorway, just in case of an emergency. Coming up your wall here, here's your control panel. These are your interior lights you can turn on. Here's your slide in and out. This was specifically for the bedroom slide. Then you have your other 3 slides here. Here's where you check your levels, your new battery. All your tanks are empty. Here's your awning extend. I'm going to start running that out real quick. Show you how far to run that out. Let me open it. So you run this awning out just until that flap falls down to 90 degrees and you know you've went out far enough. Awning lights. Come back to your control panel. Here's where you turn on your Wi-Fi, and here's all the info on that. Step lights, porch interior lights, etc. Coming down at the bottom here, your entry hallway is your 12-volt carbon monoxide detector. The reason I mentioned this 12-volt, it's always running off your battery. It does not run off your power. So if you're going to be gone for the day and you don't have anything charging your battery, go ahead and use that battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down. Close the door. As you know, with everything, to slam lock, you slam it and it holds good. Coming around, here's a remote control for this max air vent. It's a real powerful vent, works great. Your TV and sound system and fireplace. And your remote control here is your TV. And a remote control for your radio. Coming down to the bottom here, fireplace. They're not just for looks anymore. Best thing about this fireplace is come over and turn the heat on. Bring your temperature up, and instead of, if it's a little chilly in here in the morning, you're out here cooking breakfast, instead of using your furnace gas, if you're plugged in somewhere, turn this on. This will crank out some heat and get it warm in here in no time. 3 different speaker settings, indoors, outdoors, or both. AM, FM, DVD player. RV Technology is a really great system. Big Shout TV. One touch here, lighting. You have a 110 with GFCI reset right here in the kitchen. This backsplash, or this glass top, makes an excellent backsplash. You do have a panel light here. Turn on your stove. Hit your spark and you have flames. Same thing down here on the end for your oven. You do have a light and fan here. Self-explanatory microwave. Talk about your fridge. Turn it on here. Press it in for auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, it's running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, it starts running off gas. Lift that up to simply run off gas, or shut it off. Show you quickly how your sofa becomes a bed. You have Velcroed on. Put the stand in the middle for leverage. Lift it up. Open your legs. Bring it back down. Just that quick, you have a nice little sleeping area. Reverse the process, put it all back. Again, like the sand in the middle, gives you good leverage. Not heavy at all. Your AC, your fan and light. Coming into your bunk room. This sofa folds out the same exact way as the one I just showed you. You are hooked up for a TV and TV backer here. You can either set one on the counter, or it actually has a backer for a mount. Coming up, your ladder up to your bunk area. Lighting here, its own vent over there. Here's your fan light, your switch up here in the hallway. Thermostat, simply set it to the system that you want to be using, to the air conditioner, to the heat, to off. Down below that on the floor is access panel to your fuse box and breaker box. There's your breakers. Fuses, you got quite the variety. You got everything from 15s to 20s to 30s. I highly recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. We have those in our store as well. Coming up here, another max air vent remote control for up there. Also in your bathroom back here, another GFCI reset on your 110. Maintain your plumbing just like you would at home. Under your sink, behind your toilet. Coming back into your bedroom here, you have a charging station. Another 110 over here. This is an emergency exit window. So if you pull back on that red tab, and I'll rip that screen right out of there, and this window opens up quite a ways. You do have just a vent here, hand crank open, no fan. You do have a little bit of storage up underneath the bed as well. And that is your gas grill with a mounting bracket that attaches outside. And I'll show you where that propane hooks up. Flagstaff gives those to all their customers. And about covers everything on the outside, or excuse me, inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite. So what we're going to do is you're going to go around the unit and you're going to make sure that you shut off all of the lights, that the main light might not shut off. Here's your TST system. I will send you another video on that. Show you how to hook that up. Great tire pressure monitoring system. So the biggest thing I wanted to mention on closing everything up is make sure nothing is going to impede your slides. Nothing in the way of any slides. Here's the bedroom in here. Make sure everything is out of the way. Close up all your lights and then you can close up your unit. I'll shut off a few here and then we'll get started. Follow the lights except the hallway here. We're just going to start bringing slides in. I can put you through the agony of watching all the slides come in, but I just do want to show you simply how they work. There you go. Run the rest of them in, and then we'll head outside. This is where you turn on your hot water heater if you're hooked up to electricity. Here's where you turn it on if you're hooked up to gas. Here's where you turn on your tank heaters. And of course here's your water pump. You can do that from here as well as out at the docking station. So we've got everything closed up. Shut off the last of these lights. Head on out. It's important to make sure this exterior door is all the way open before lifting these. As you see, they're strut assisted. I'm not even holding them, I just lifted them. Adjustable feet on the ends here. Just lift it up into the door, make sure that's clear. Once it's in the door, close your exterior door, lock and deadbolt your door. Lift and turn this handle to cover your door. Have to go back inside, bring your awning in. Come out here, bleed your hot water heater and pull your drain. Here's that lip for the grill and the LP connect. Let's head around. Oh, let's go around to the back here. Bring up our stabilizing jacks. Just hit retract and we'll come up in a matter of seconds. Again, I highly recommend you get those jack pads. I'll bring them the rest of the way up. Come around and unhook your water. Put your hitch on and head up to the dump station. Alright, so we're going to head up to the dump station. Take your sewage hose, comes in the convenience pack, and hook it up here to your sewer outlet connection. The other end in their sewage drain and pull your black handle. Now after you've been listening, it sounds like there's no longer any sewage draining. Go ahead and take the hose at the dump station, hook up your water pressure regulator, and hook up to your black tank flush. What you're going to do is you're going to run that hose for about 5 minutes with that handle open, and it's going to wash out your black tank. Let it go the full 5 minutes. Guy behind you can wait, be patient, it's important to get that washed out good. Once you have it washed out, unhook your hose, come down here, close your black, and then pull your gray handle. Gray handle is going to be your cleaner waters, your sinks, your showers. It's going to clean out your hose better. Unhook your hose, come to the back. Unless you purchased a longer hose with a split maybe, because it's quite a ways back. This is your second gray tank. This will be your sinks back here in the kitchen. Go ahead and drain that. Once your sewage hose is, or once your second gray tank is done, go ahead and store it right here in your bumper. Nice sanitary place for that. That about covers everything. Again, we thank you guys for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this trailer for many years to come. Happy camping.